Anyway, the question though about the Browns and how this weird off season shortened by the coronavirus is impacting them. I think it's an important one because this is a team. They aren't like the Saints. They can't just cancel their off-season program and hope everybody comes back and knows what they're doing. They're trying to put in a new system, and not just a new system, Scott, but this is something we talked about over and over again. This system is weird. This isn't like, they're going to be an 11 personnel all the time, or, you're going to have a traditional running back setup. This is a really strange system to pick up on and learn and install. And even though they got to do it all via Zoom, it's really tough for them to not be on the field right now.
Yeah, especially like the offensive side of the ball, for sure. It is something totally different from what everybody who was here last year ran. It's going to be a totally different situation, obviously, for the tight ends. It's going to be, you have a fullback in the mix now, and, you're still going to have Beckham and Landry on the field a lot, but Baker Mayfield's got a new offense again to learn. So yeah, it is a big deal. And I think it seems from what they've told us, everybody's doing well in Zoom, or as well as you can do. It's like everybody's kind of studying for the test that's going to come in training camp. And once you get on the field, then we'll kind of see where they are. I think one thing that should maybe give Browns fans some, make them feel positive, is that Kevin Stefanski and Andrew Berry and really everybody involved in running this team this year seems to be, number one, on the same page, and number two, really organized. I haven't gotten the sense, hearing anybody talk from a coaching or front office standpoint, and gotten the feeling that they were kind of winging it, or they were kind of, treading water in a way, trying to make their way through this unprecedented offseason. It seems like everybody seems to be on the same page, and that alignment that they, were looking for so long, they might finally have it. At least during a pandemic. When everybody gets on the field, maybe it falls apart. Who knows? But at this point, I'm coming away from this offseason feeling like, all right, they're ready to hit the ground running once they actually get back on the field.
Right. I think some of the solace there is like, as you watched this team get built during the offseason, you saw how all those pieces fit. So even if you can't get on the field and run Austin Hooper through some routes and things like that, at least you kind of know this is what he looks like in this offense. And we thought we knew how David Njoku fit in this offense. Now we don't know if he's going to be here after that trade request. There's other, Harrison Bryant is a guy that we can plug into the offense. Of course, the tackles fit nicely. The only real wild card is Kareem Hunt. We've talked a lot about him, but that's kind of a good wild card, and maybe that's a guy that suffers because of this, because they're not going to be able to play around with him. But it just seems like, because there is that alignment, because there is that idea of this is the type of offense we want to run, we're going to bring in guys that fit in this offense, you feel a little bit better about kind of how it can all go together, if they are able to get on the field at the end of July.
You got, a little over a month to get the team ready if everything goes as planned in camp. That seems to me like a long enough time to figure this out, especially if there's no preseason games and you're just practicing. And while we do say that there are some question marks on defense, there's a small group of people who are legitimate candidates for these question mark spots, right? There's only a few linebackers that we're talking about as being potential starters, or at least heavy rotation players there. There's only, you kind of know what your defensive line looks like. And there's only a few people that are really in the mix at safety to be regular starters there. You just have to kind of figure out exactly who they're going to be. Offense, other than right guard, you're pretty set on what you're going to be. So, they do have some question marks, but I still think that there are things that you can figure out pretty quickly, I would think.